Okay. Lesson number 7. Packing. It is written by Jerome K. Jerome. Packing written by Jerome K. Jerome. Okay, so about the author, Jerome K. Jerome was a well-known English humanist writer. His most famous masterpiece is Three Men in a Boat. Three Men in a Boat. This is taken from, this extract is taken from Three Men in a Boat. Three Men in a Boat is a novel written by Jerome K. Jerome. Okay, and this particular lesson is an extract, is a part of that particular novel. Earlier in 9th standard, this complete novel was there. Okay, in the earlier English communicative syllabus. But now from one particular part of that novel, Three Men in a Boat, this lesson packing has been taken. So this you have understood, children, that this packing is an abstract. It is an abstract taken from the novel Three Men in a Boat. It is taken from the novel Three Men in a Boat, written by Jerome K. Jerome. Okay, students, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you remember the name Three Men in a Boat. Okay, is a novel written by Jerome K. Jerome, and this particular lesson packing is an extract from that. Actually, these three friends, they decided to go for a trip that for a river, and for that they are packing. Okay, so the author thought, Jerome K. Jerome, he thought that he is having a very good knowledge in packing. So he will ask his, he will monitor the packing, and he will do packing himself. He will provide instructions to his friends. So what mishappenings they did during packing? Okay, the lesson is an account about that. The key characters are, main characters in the lesson are Jerome, George, Harris, and the key characters, main characters there in the lesson. Jerome, that is the author himself, he is one of the character. Then George is one of the character, and Harris is one of the characters. So these are three friends, and they decided to go a trip that for a river, and for that, as they have to spend some days there. So for that, they decided to do packing. Jerome thought that he is having very good knowledge in packing, so he will supervise the packing, and under his supervision the packing will be done. No help was provided to him by the other two friends, George and Harris. Though Jerome thought that as he will take the task himself, so he will ask his friends that now you pack this thing, now you pack that thing. But it had not happened like that, and the entire work Jerome has to do himself. And in this, a lot of mistakes were made by him that were turned out humorous. Okay, so that is there. And Montmorency is the name of their dog. Okay, so Montmorency is the name of a dog, and the dog also went with them there in this trip for the river. At the same time, the dog was also there at the time of packing. So all these three characters are there, and the lesson is an extract from the novel Three Men in a Boat, written by Jerome K. Jerome. Okay, so all this regarding packing, the knowledge we will get, that how the lesson is a humorous lesson. So before you read what is there in the lesson, do you like going on trips? What kind of trips do you enjoy most? Yes, children, you tell me, do you like going on trips? Do you like going
Yes,
on?
sir.
Yes, everyone does like that. Okay, because if we go for trips, then what happen? We get a change from our monotonous life. Okay, and we get a new energy, new enthusiasm. So, do you like going on trips? Yes, of course, everyone like that. What kind of trips do you enjoy most? Now a particular field is given. What kind of trips do you like most? Yes, who will tell? What kind of trips do you like most? Yes, Anusha Yadav.
The trips where nature is at its full swing.
Okay, the trips where we find nature at its best in full swing. Okay, this is by Anusha Yadav. Then what about others? What kind of trips you like, children? Yes, anyone?
Sir, please repeat the question.
The question is, do you like going on trips? The answer is yes. What kind of trips do you enjoy most? What kind of trips? What kind of trips do you enjoy most? What
Sir,
kind?
The trips
adventurous.
of the mountains.
Yeah,
Sir, with a world of fascinating destinations.
without
Sir,
Anamika?
sir, um, the world is full of fascinating destinations, and the choosing the perfect vacation spot can present a challenge.
Okay, so likewise, you can. Anusha said that nature trips that complete the entire things. Okay, someone likes to go for seashores, someone like to go for mountains. Okay, someone like to go for a trip along with their family. Some like with their friends. Okay,
Sir, adventurous.
some they like adventurous trips. So likewise, yes, this is the correct. So likewise, people okay, they go for trips, and everyone likes that. So here an account of that is there. And what kind of trip? It is a trip with friends. The author planned a trip with his friends. Then how do you feel about having to pack for a trip? But if you have to go for a trip, if you have to go for a journey, then what is the thing you have to do? That is packing. How do you feel about having to pack for a trip? So what is your thinking about this? Do you like packing or you don't like? Or what's your views? The question is, how do you feel about having to pack for a trip? If you have to pack for a trip, then
Sir,
what?
we feel happy.
Okay, we feel happy, of course, because that is the advancement. That reminds you that yes, I have to start my trip from tomorrow, or from the next day, or from today. So that brings happiness in you, of course.
Sir, excitement.
Excitement, yes, of course, excitement, because you think about the place, you think about the enjoyment. Okay, So that brings excitement. Then anything else? Yeah. Yes, yes, children. So likewise, it is. How do you feel about having to pack for a trip? But do you do the packing yourself, or your parents they help you? Okay. And while packing, what kind of problems comes? Okay. What is your experience regarding packing? So the next question, let me tell you. Have you ever discovered on a trip that you have forgotten to pack a few things you very much need, or that you can't find them easily? Have you ever discovered on a trip that you have forgotten to pack a few things you very much need, or that you can't find them easily? So first of all, the first question was like this: that do you do the packing yourself, or is it in monitoring of your mother, your father, and what kind of other experiences? Your parent they remind you also a lot that don't forget to put this thing, that thing. You have done it properly or not. Sometimes what happen, we have to unpack the bag to check whether we have after packing, this comes to our mind that we have put that thing there in the bag or not, and then we search here and there, we don't find, then we unpack it, check it. Likewise, these are the common things that happen there with packing. Okay. So the third question is regarding, have you forgotten something that was very much required by you, and you came to know at the later stage that you have not packed it? Yes, students.
Yes, sir.
This happens. Is this a common part?
Yes, sir. This.
Yeah, this is the common. Very often, okay, when you go for your hostel, or for any trip, or a hometown, then at the later end you realize that you have not packed your charger, you have not packed your, you have not taken your books, okay, or you have not taken a thing that is very much required by you. How it happens? Because we don't pay that much attention towards packing. So packing is a very important thing, and due attention is given to, should be given to it, so that we can take all the things which are required by us. Does this make you angry, or does it make you laugh at yourself? And then at the later stage, when you come to know that you have not packed this particular thing which is very much required by you, so at that time you become happy, you become angry, or you laugh at yourself. What kind of emotions you have at that time?
Sir, angry.
What you become? Yes, Anamika.
Sir, angry.
Sometimes angry, sometimes you blame those persons who were with you, okay, that you have not reminded me, or something, or what happens?
Sir,
Okay,
irritated.
sometimes you feel irritated, okay, but it happens.
And laugh.
Yeah, these are the common things. So children, see how writing goes. First of all, see what a simple topic is there, packing. Everyone come across such kind of simple issues, trivial issues. Okay, so a very good lesson has been written on a very simple issue, and that is also in a very interesting manner, in a very humorous manner. So likewise, you can very easily write, but for that you have to explore your writing skills. So does this make you angry, or does it make you laugh at yourself? Yeah, sometimes some people they become angry, some they laugh at themselves that they have not taken due attention, due care was not taken. Had they been extra careful, then this would not have happened. But this is a common thing, and this happens when you go for a journey, when you go for a trip. Everyone come across such kind of problems. So children, this is, I hope you have understood very well. The lesson is regarding packing and what kind of problems they faced while packing. The lesson is giving a detail about that. Okay, so I said I would pack. Who is the speaker? Jerome K. Jerome. Okay, so Jerome said, I said I would pack. I rather pride myself on my packing. I rather pride myself on my packing. Jerome is saying that he feel pride in his packing skills. He was very much confident about his packing skills, and he used to think that he was very good at packing. Packing is one of those many things that I feel I know more about than any other person living. And packing is such a thing that I think about myself that I know about any other, I know more than any other person. More than any other person, I have more knowledge in packing. So, who is saying all these things? Is it clear to you, children? Who is the speaker of these lines? Yes, children. Provide your response.
Jerome K. Jerome.
हाँ जी. Jerome K. Jerome, the author is there. Because children see, one abstract based question is asked, and in that, who is the speaker, who is the listener? So, who is the speaker? Jerome K. Jerome. I rather pride myself on my packing. He is the author, he is the writer, and he is saying, I rather pride myself on my packing. Packing is one of those many things that I feel I know more about than any other person living. I am having more knowledge than any other living person in packing. It surprises me myself sometimes how many such things there are. I impressed the fact upon George and Harris and told them that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. And he said to his friends, who are the friends? George and Harris. Okay, so I impressed the fact upon George, okay, and Harris, and told them that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. So what Jerome said, he said to his friends, the friends are George and Harris, that you need not to worry about packing. I am very expert in packing and I will do this task myself. Okay. They fell into the suggestion with a readiness that had something uncanny about it. And they said they became very much ready that if you want to do packing, then you do, no problem at all. So they provided their support. George spread himself over the easy chair now, as it was said by Jerome that I will do the packing. Okay, so when Jerome said that I will do packing and you need not to worry, then George spread himself over the easy chair. One chair, easy chair was there, so he spread himself over that, and Harris cocked. Cocked means spread. Harris cocked his legs on the table, and he also spread his legs on the table. Now, what their body language? George and Harris, their body language, what that indicates? What that indicate? Their body language indicated that, as it was said by Jerome, that packing, I will do packing. I am fully confident in packing. You need not to worry. I will handle this entire thing. Okay. Then they became relaxed, and one of them sat there on the chair, and other on the spread his legs there on the table. And it indicated that now they will watch only to Jerome doing packing. This was hardly what I intended. Intended means desired. Intended, desired. This was hardly what I intended. What I had meant, of course, was that I should boast the job and that Harris and George should potter about under my directions. I pushing them aside every now and then with, oh, you, here, let me do it. There you are, simple enough. Really teaching them, as you might say. They are taking it in the way they had, they did irritated me. There is nothing does irritate me more than seeing other people sitting about doing nothing when I am working. Now see, Jerome, what he has said, this was hardly, so you know that what was the reaction that of this George and Harris when Jerome said, I will do packing, they became relaxed, they sat there, and now Jerome is saying that this was hardly what I intended. This was not something what I mean to say. This is not something what I expected from them. This is not something what I desired from them. My intention was quite different. My intention was that I will monitor the things, I will supervise the things, and I will command them. Okay, I will order them that you bring that thing, you bring this thing. Okay, you put it here. No, this is not the way you should put. You should handle this item with delicacy. Okay, so likewise, I thought I will provide instructions to them. Okay, I will become their boss. Okay, and in my supervision, they will do work. But they had taken it in a different manner. They thought that I only will do the packing, and they sat silently without becoming any helping hand for me. And this is something that irritates me a lot. When I do work and people they don't do any work, that irritates me a lot. So I became very much irritated. This was not something that I expected from them, that they will not provide me any support, they will not help me, only I have to do all the work. This was not I meant. While I was saying that I am experienced in packing and you leave packing to me, I will do all their work. My intention was to supervise them, to monitor them, to become their boss, and to get work done from them, okay, under my directions. So is it clear to you, students, what is mentioned there in this paragraph?
Yes, sir.
What was Jerome's actual intention, and how the two friends they responded to him? I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. Now he is further explaining. Who is explaining all these things? Jerome K. Jerome. I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. I am also having an earlier experience of such kind. And I used to live with a man who used to irritate me, who used to make me mad in that way. So what is the meaning of in that way, children? In that way. What has been referred here? In that way. In that way. What incident he has referred? What Jerome?
All the men used to do nothing when Jerome was working.
Yes. So they used to do nothing when Jerome used to do work. So he is having an earlier experience regarding this also. So I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. He would lay on the sofa and watch me doing things by the hour together. He said it did him real good to look on at me messing about. Okay, so now I am not like that. I can't sit still and see another man slaving and working. I want to get up and superintend and walk around with my hands in my pockets and tell him what to do. It is my energetic nature. I can't help it. So this is my energetic nature. I put my hand there in my pocket, look here and there to supervise the things and then to command other. But this is not something that I should do all the work myself like a slave, and others they will not do anything. Okay, so I hope you understood this, that I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. Earlier also I am having an experience of that particular nature. A man used to be with me. He would loll on the sofa and watch me doing things by the hour together. Continuously for many hours he used to watch me, but no help was provided to me by him. He said it did him real good to look on at me messing about, and he used to be feel very happy looking at me and looking me putting things in a disordered manner, because if the entire work was done by me, then of course I used to get irritated that when no help was provided, and due to this I used to keep things in disordered manner, and he used to feel happy. Now I am not like that. I can't sit still and see another man slaving and but now I am not like that. I can't sit still and see another man slaving and working. I want to get up and superintend and walk around with my hands in my pockets. So this is what I want. And tell him what to do. It is my energetic nature. This is the basic nature I have, that I want to supervise others, I want to command others, I want to order others. I can't help it. However, I did not say anything but started the packing. Now here my friends were there, though I was very much irritated, but I was not in a position to say them anything. It seemed a longer job than I had thought, and it seemed a longer job than I have thought. What it has been used for? What it has been used for? It seemed, that is the work of packing. The work of packing seemed to be a longer task. It seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be, but I got the bag finished at last and sat on it and strapped it. At last I completed the work. I strapped it, okay, to bind with a belt. I closed it and then I sat on it. I sat on it, completing my task. Who is saying? Jerome. And you going to put on boots in, and when the entire task was completed by me, then I closed the bag, I sat on it, and then what happened? Harris said to me, Harris asked me, and you going to put the boots in? Are you not going to put your boots in? Said Harris. And I looked round and found I had forgotten them. I looked round to check whether I have not kept them in bag, and I found that I had forgotten them. That's just like Harris. He could not have said a word until I had got the bag set and strapped. Now this is what Harris is, a kind of person. He was knowing it earlier. He was knowing it earlier, but he has not informed me. Now when I have completed and packed the bag, now he told me that you have not put the boots. Are you not going to put them inside? Okay, so this thing of Harris was not liked by me. Of course, and George laughed. One of those irritating. Okay, George also laughed. I opened the bag and packed the boots in, and then just as I was going to close, I put the boots in, and then when I was about to close, A horrible idea occurred to me. A horrible idea occurred to me. Had I packed my toothbrush? Had I packed my toothbrush? I don't know how it is, but I never do know whether I have packed my toothbrush. Now, after putting the boots again, I was about to close the bag, but then it struck in my mind that I have put my toothbrush there in the bag or not. So these are something common things. Again and again, it comes to your mind that I have put that thing or not, and then what happens? You will check that, and when you will find that yes, I have put, you will be relaxed. So such kind of normal things people generally used to do. So it came to his mind also. Whose mind? Jerome's. It struck in his mind that whether he has packed the toothbrush or not. My toothbrush is a thing that haunts me when I am traveling, and it is something that haunts me. Okay, haunts me means to repeatedly give trouble. So this is something problematic for me. My toothbrush is a thing that haunts me when I am traveling and makes my life a misery. I dream that I haven't packed it. After packing also it comes to my mind that I haven't packed it, and wake up in a cold perspiration and get out of bed and hunt for it. And in the morning I pack it before I have used it, and have to unpack again to get it, and it is always the last thing I turn out of the bag, and then I repack and forget it. So when I used to go for trips, it is something that it troubles me, that haunts me. Sometimes I feel that I have packed it or not, then I used to check it, and then sometimes I find, sometimes I don't find, and have to rush upstairs for it, and the last moment and carry it to the railway station. Then I have to run again to the house, and then I used to carry wrapped up in my pocket handkerchief. Okay, so this is I am having earlier experiences also regarding my toothbrush. Very often I used to forget, then I have to run to get it. Okay, now of course I had to turn every mortal things out now. I have to, all the things I have to take out to check the toothbrush. As of my earlier experiences I used to do, right now also I have to unpack the bag, I have to check all the things. Of course I had to turn every mortal thing out now, and of course I could not find it, and it was not found by me, as it used to happen during my earlier experiences. I rummaged, that is searched in a hurried or a careless way. I searched it in a hurried manner. I could not find it. I rummaged the things up into much the same state that they must have been before the world was created, and when chaos reigned. So the things were checked, everything was checked in a careless manner by me, and when not found the things, I put them again. Of course I found George and Harris 18 times over, but I could not find my own. I found toothbrush, that of George, that of Harris, but I have not found mine. I put the things back one by one and held everything up and so it. Then I found it inside a boot. I packed everything, nowhere it was found. Okay, then I put the things back one by one, all these things were put back and held everything up and so it. Then when everything was put inside the bag, then I found it inside the boot. I repacked once more. Then I found the toothbrush there in one of the boot that I repacked on the recommendation of a Harris. So when I had finished, George asked if the soap was in. This was done by, first of all, they reminded me that of boot. Who reminded? Harris. Okay. Then I put it. Then when I was about to close the bag, then I thought about my toothbrush. It was not found anywhere. I unpacked the bag, searched everywhere, but nowhere it was found. Earlier experience was also not good in this regard. Okay, and my toothbrush always used to haunt me, always used to trouble me. Who said? Jerome. Then finally, where he found the toothbrush, it was there in one of the boot. So likewise, the things were packed again. Then when he was about to, when I had finished, when it was finished by him, George asked if soap was in. You have put the soap there or not. I said I didn't care a hang whether the soap was in or whether it wasn't, whether I have put it or whether I have not. So children, the things are clear to you or not? It is a story of three friends. They decided to go for a river trip in a boat, and that is the title, Three Men in a Boat, and for that they are packing. Now it is a simple story, it is a simple theme regarding the problems they encountered during packing, regarding the humorous incidents that could make people laugh. Okay, that happened during this packing exercise. Now you can understand the two other friends. They were George and Harris. They were not supporting, but they were deriving pleasure out of his trouble. Okay, they were becoming happy out of George's trouble. So now one task was completed by George. Then they are asking, completed by Jerome. Then they are asking Jerome, now you check so whether you have put it in the bag or not. So likewise, in this exercise of packing, what other problems he faced, that we will find in this story. Okay, so the seventh paragraph we will do then the next day. When I had finished, George asked if the soap was in. I said I didn't care a hang whether the soap was in or whether it wasn't. Now I became irritated and I said that I don't bother whether it is in or not. And I slammed the bag. Slammed means closed. I closed the bag in an irritated manner. Shut and stabbed it and found that I had packed my spectacles in it. But after that I was reminded that I put my spectacles there in the bag and had to reopen it. I got shut up finally at 10:05 p.m. and then there remained the hampers to do. Then the hampers were to be packed. Hampers means large baskets. So the bag was packed. Then the entire task was completed up to 10:05. Then the hampers, the baskets, big baskets were to be packed. Harris said that we should be wanting to start in less than 12 hours time and thought that he and George had better to do the rest. And I agreed and sat down and they had a go. Okay. Harris reminded that this time is left to start the trip and we should also have some rest. We should also go for some rest. That is also a normal thing that people before the trip, some required rest also people take so that they can be relaxed there in the trip. Okay, children. So this is a very normal experience and every people they come across such a kind of experience very often there in their life. Very often you come such kind of packing experiences as it was felt by George. It was felt by Jerome. Okay, so this class comes to an end and the remaining we will continue there in the next class. Okay, children, the class comes to an end here.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and at the same time you also go through it, you read it, so you will find in a more convenient position in the next class to understand the lesson. So please go through it.